Wait, can you produce a ton of mid-2000s bangers that played at my middle school dances?
Yeah.
Welcome back to Mythical Kitchen. Today's video is sponsored by ampm. If you've watched Mythical Kitchen for a while, you know that I'm passionate about highlighting the beautiful contrasts found in food. I love the interplay of fast and fancy, of simple and grandiose. So when ampm challenged us to food hack their fresh, convenient, and craveable snacks into something gourmet, I signed up faster than you can say tickle me tumgus. Today I'll be showing you how to make 3 party dishes, proving that you don't need a gourmet caterer to create a crave-venient meal and impress your friends. Furthermore, I like how ampm made up the word cravenience to describe stuff they like. I do that too, you know. Like when I'm quickly eating a burrito while simultaneously slurping in air to cool it off, I call that chill-vouring. As in, hey, dude, wanna go chill-vour some burritos in my car? But anyway, to ampm, cravenience means having so much of what we crave all in one place. With items like their hot and freshly brewed coffee, all natural hot dogs, fresh baked cookies, and more, they're creating an equally craveable and convenient experience. These delicious treats are exclusively developed by ampm's food team for all their locations, so you know you're getting the good stuff. Some might even say, too much good stuff. Make sure to visit an ampm location today to try it for yourself. Now, you may have seen my horchata collab with them a while back, and I'm definitely gonna work some of that tasty, creamy goodness into one of today's recipes. At stake for me today is my reputation with my fellow Mythical Kitcheneers who will be enjoying my creations. I want to impress them and remind them that not only am I a boss that sets reasonable and clear expectations, I'm also a cool boss. A boss that does nice stuff for them. Some would say, too much nice stuff. Tumness. Will I be able to hack the role of dinner party host, or will I just be a hack? Let's get cooking and find out. So we're making gourmet dinner party appetizers out of all this delicious and crave-venient ampm foodstuffs. And when I think of delicious party in my mouth, I think of eating hot dogs alone in my car, which I do love to do. That's why we got the Tapatio dogs right here. As it turns out though, not a lot of people like to party in my car eating hot dogs. They say, Josh, stop looking at all the passersby around you and making eye contact while you're eating the hot dogs. Also, do not chew when you eat hot dogs. So we got 3 Tapatio hot dogs right here. I love me a good spicy wiener. And we're gonna go ahead and cut them into 4 equal portions, if I can do math. And this is inspired by a delicious Japanese dish. It's called a katsu hot dog. It's where you crust a hot dog in panko breadcrumbs, except instead of panko breadcrumbs, we have these delightful, buttery croissants from ampm. What's better than a croissant in the morning? I'll tell you what, a hot dog alone in your car at 3:30 p.m. But, I mean, that's just a nice treat. We've dehydrated some of these croissants overnight to turn them into breadcrumbs, so we're gonna crust that around the hot dog, and then we're gonna deep fry it, because that's a party time in my mouth. And when people come over for a dinner party, I think it's a level of innovation that they expect is deep fried croissant hot dogs from me. So I'm gonna buzz this up in a food processor. There we go. I'm gonna take, can I eat this? It's in my hand and it looks very satisfying because it's very red. No. Stop eating cold hot dogs, Josh. You're freaking out the party guests. And I know what you're saying, Josh. What kind of agua fresca hot sauces are you making for this hot dog? God, I'm so glad you asked. Because we have the melon dulce agua fresca right here. So we're gonna put this in a pan. It's really sweet. That's what dulce in Spanish means sweet. It's really sweet, it's really delightful. You get a lot of that melon flavor. I'm gonna start reducing this down in a pot right now. There we go, get it nice and hot and boiling. We're gonna utilize the sugar and all that delightful melon flavor in here to create a lovely hot sauce. I'm gonna cut it with, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna, so we're gonna cut that with a little bit of apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna salt this up. We're trying to make almost like sweet chili sauce to dip these hot dogs in. So we're adding a little bit of salt, a little bit of vinegar, and then a fair amount of chili powder to bring that spice right there, bring a lot of nice umami flavor to it. When you think of ampm, you think of umami. And tumgus, umami is actually tumgus's 3rd cousin. We're gonna make a corn dog batter right now. So we're gonna do a wet batter around this so we can actually get the croissant crumbs to stick to it. I'm gonna go ahead with these breadsticks. Breadsticks taste like wood. So we have our hot dogs all skewered up. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a nice little wet batter. Well, first we're gonna add a little bit of fresh orange zest to our melon dulce, just a little bit to wake it up, you know, just to get some of those lovely essential oils in there. I have no idea what an essential oil is. Do I look like someone who knows what an essential oil is? So we're gonna add an egg to this flour. We're gonna dump in a little bit of milk. I'm trying to make a quite stodgy wet batter right here just to give the croissant crumbs something to stick to. Do you guys know how to pronounce ampm in French? Me neither. God, dude, just freaking hold it together, man. You got nice people coming over. Who's on this guest list tonight? Were we able to get all of the celebrities that I requested? What did Fergie's people say? And the rest of the Black Eyed Peas? No way. All Apple? Was there one called Apple? What the hell? There's one called Apple the App? I professionally made corn dogs for 12 years of my life. It's actually what I did before I came to work at Mythical. They called me the fastest corn dogger in the West, which is ironic because I was doing it in Vermont, which wasn't the West. All right, we've broken out the industrial sized deep fryer. Now we're gonna mold these with our hands and we're just gonna drop it in. Good luck, small croissant dog. We're gonna start battering the rest of these up. We got our sauce over there. We're gonna taste that in a second. Now, a lot of people ask, what is the key to corn dogging technique? Again, as the third fastest corn dogger in the Vermont area, it was technically only third fastest in Montpelier, but like all the best corn doggers in Vermont were in Montpelier at the time, at least. I know it's really diversified since, and I'll tell you that it's mostly wrist action, but also it's confidence, it's bravado, it's swagger. That's what it really takes, you know, in the wild world of Vermont-based corn dogging. This one never got a stick. Well, okay. We're gonna go ahead and batter this one up. Whoever gets this one, it's lucky. There we go, just gonna stick that in there. That's good. Leave the spoon out. Beautiful. Are these frying? How are these frying? Oh, it's already done. Uh-oh, it pulled the batter off in another one. That's not good. That's not good. You wanna, sometimes, you know, in Vermont, you know, you're working against the elements. You got the cold out there. You got a bunch of that one's just in the fry oil. Whoop, whoop. Okay, let's see where these are at. Oh, that's getting nice and brown too. The spoon one is doing pretty well. I kind of like this. Looks a little messed up. We're not gonna, yeah, spoon's in there now. They're standing up nicely if you kind of mash at it a little bit. I was gonna use the spoon to taste the sauce. We're gonna calm ourselves. We're gonna get some composure because we have a nice dinner party to throw where everybody's gonna eat hot dogs alone in my car because we're alone together. And that's beautiful. So we're gonna finish battering up these hot dogs. We're gonna fry them off. This sauce is looking thicker than a bowl of oatmeal that you're eating alone in your car, which is fantastic. And yeah, we'll be back in a sec. So we got our mini katsu corn dogs. In a traditional Vermont-style dinner party, you would then move on from the corn dog course, because of course we've established how important corn dogs are to Vermont culture, into breakfast. That's why we're making the red-eye gravy French toast canapé. For those of you who don't know about red-eye gravy, you take ham and you simmer it in coffee. It's a southern thing, but it did in fact migrate its way up to Vermont via me. I went there and I just started knocking on doors going, it's a ham simmered in coffee. Ooh, Brazilian, ugh, yum. This is a concha. Conchas are absolutely delicious, and the way that I like to eat them is I lick all of the delicious chocolate off, and then you're left with a concha fillet. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this, we're gonna make a little French toast out of it. So here's what we're doing. We got some milk right here. Gonna drop in just a little bit of sugar into that to make our custard. Custard, what am I talking about? A custard, Josh. So stupid. No, it's no negative self-talk Wednesday or whatever day it is. So we're gonna crack an egg in there. Heck, I might go a little crazy and crack 2 eggs. Yeah, this coffee's got me all wired up. Speaking of coffee, check out this move. Woo! God, this is so good. Daddy needed this. Called the fire starter technique. Not to be confused with squid grip in it. And so we're gonna go ahead. That's enough custard for 50 of these. We only have one. We're gonna throw that in there. It's floating like a raft. We love that. Now, we wanna make little fun canapé bites. The easiest technique you can do in your own kitchen to make things look fancy is use one of these ring molds to make small little circles and stuff. Why do people like small little circles? It's really unclear. Might have to do something with sacred numerology. But we're taking the everything croissant sandwich. We're gonna put a little ring mold on there. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, palm heel strike. And then we're just gonna push through perfect little rounds. We have our nice egg pocket right here, and then we have the ham that we're gonna go ahead and simmer in the gravy. Now we're gonna execute a very delicate culinary technique called cheese enrobementing. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some cheese on the griddle. We're gonna take our little egg coin and we're gonna pop that right in the middle of the cheese. And as this cheese melts, we're gonna fold it around to fully enrobe that in cheese. We want a nice little crispy crust. And then we're gonna make our red-eye gravy. I'm gonna make it right on the griddle because if you're actually doing this at home, then you're gonna wanna be able to do this efficiently. So I'll show you what to do. You take a little pinch of sugar because we want kind of like a sweet red-eye gravy. I like a sweeter red-eye gravy, even though I drink my coffee black. We're gonna put a little bit of sugar on there. Beautiful. And we're just gonna splash some coffee right on. That's fantastic. Gonna get the ham in there. And then, ooh, I'm keeping some of this coffee just for sipping. And hey, fun fact, you know, ampm is a fantastic coffee club through their app. They're always featuring organic brews. They also got seasonal coffees out there to keep your morning coffee exciting. Because sometimes, you know, morning coffee can get a little dull, you know, you come home to the same coffee every day. It's like, is this it for the rest of my life? But no, not at ampm. The coffee of excitement. This is exciting, speaking of which. Oh God, I gotta put this on. Beautiful, drip it off. And now we have all the components going onto here. I'm gonna go ahead and roll up this egg. That's lovely. Okay, don't burn yourself, but I can do this because I'm a professional. Let's say that I was the fastest cheese egg enrobementer east of the Mississippi, even though I was doing it in Reno, Nevada, you see. Great, we got the cheese. We're gonna let that get nice and crispy. We have a beautiful, beautiful caramelized glaze. If you ever start to burn your sugary red-eye gravy, just add a little bit more coffee on there. We wanna get a nice coffee glaze on there. This is waking me up. Perfect, and then now we can just start stacking. Beautiful. Go ahead and flip this. That's looking good. We're getting there. And then to show you there's no food waste, we're just gonna throw the rings on here as well. Gonna get some more cheese. I'm just gonna eat those for a snack. French toast is getting there. Fantastic. Probably gonna glaze this in a little bit of coffee. Beautiful, beautiful. French toast is done. French toast goes on the plate. Bingo, bango. Oh, boiling hot cheese and sticky coffee. You love it! Golly. All right, now, couple chives just for garnish. Bingo, bango, serve it with your favorite coffee. Eat the egg ring as a snack. Hot. All right, nice. All right, we're gonna make up like, what, like 400 more of these bad boys? Now we gotta get to making dessert. Now on to dessert, and I know what you're saying. Dessert doesn't typically come after breakfast in a Vermont dinner party. We're doing Nevada style, we're doing Nevada rules. We are making a guava cookie butter Napoleon right now. We have these delicious guava pastries. They're really fantastic from ampm. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna cut off the top layer, and we're gonna use some of that guava pastry to make our cookie butter. Cookie butter, for those that don't know, it's a delightful food that you kind of just blend cookies with oil, and then you got yourself some cookie butter. So we have separated our guava pastry, and now we're just gonna use, we're gonna get some of the guava paste inside this. Oh, that's nice. Okay, guava paste. We're gonna get the guava paste from about 15 more of those in there, but for now, we're gonna start with that. We're gonna take birthday cake cookies, ampm. They're fresh, they're delightful. Eat your ingredients as you cook them. And dump these in there. I love it. It tastes like my birthday, which is crazy. We're gonna add a fair amount of oil. We're gonna add a splishy splash of horchata. Horchata is like one of my favorite drinks. Then we're gonna add a little bit of powdered sugar. We're going for a butter type consistency, of course. And then we're gonna add that to a whipped mousse using cream cheese. Cream cheese and guava is a really delicious combination. And then we're gonna fold that all together. Yeah. Here we go. So now he's got to blend and mash for quite a while. Variable. There, oh golly. Fantastic. So we're gonna try and liquefy the cookies using that oil and the horchata in there. There we go. It's good. You see it creating a nice sludge down there? That's fantastic. There you go. That's what you want. Oh golly. Oh gosh. Oh no. All right. So cookie butter is just about done. You see the cookies have liquefied into a nice paste-like texture. Now we're gonna take that and we're gonna add it to a whipped cream cheese and cream mousse situation. You wanna whip up that cream cheese so it's nice and frothy. This is just gonna give it some nice body so we can pipe it, because the key to making a Napoleon is to get nice height on the layers. Napoleon, of course, was the brutal French imperialist leader. Really had a penchant for world domination, but boy did he make delicious layered pastries. So that's what we're doing. Give me a sec, we're gonna whip this up till we get nice stiff peaks, and we're gonna fold everything together. Maybe I can cut this into thirds while I'm doing this. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. You want to win the Reno Corn Dogging Championships? There we go. So we have our cream cheese, we got our cookie butter, we have our delightful whipped cream. We're just gonna add this all together and we're going to fold it in to its shelf. There we go. You know what, I'm gonna build it in here. I'm gonna build it in the little bowl. I wanna save some of that whipped cream. All right, cookie butter has developed a lovely, lovely fudgy texture. I mean, look at that. That's just good stuff. Go ahead, scoop it, can you see it? You get the camera in there? Look at it. Okay, cool. And yeah, they should make a robot that removes things from blenders for you. Or here's a thing, they should be able to train animals to do that. I should be able to train my cat to get his little paws inside my blender and get out all the butternut squash soup. If anybody out there wants to employ my cat to do anything, he's so bored at home and I think it would give him purpose. All he does every day is just, it's like, pay your half the rent for once. Because I've only been paying half rent for the last 3 years. And all my landlord's like, where is it? I'm like, talk to the cat. Beautiful. So we're gonna let this set up in the fridge. It's gonna get nice and stiff. It's gonna be beautiful and pipeable. Until then. Oh God. I was like, you turn it back into cookie dough. That's great. Follow me down this rabbit hole very quickly. We're gonna take that, pop it in a piping bag, pipe up, a little layer right there. Boom, this goes on top. Boom, this goes on top. Boom, sprinkles. And then we get to enjoy our lovely dinner party with all of our guests. We'll see what special celebrities show up, and they better show up.
I know, I'm like, Vermont of all places. It was wild.
Yeah.
Who goes to Vermont?
I know, right?
Oh, okay. What is there to do in Vermont?
Sap.
Maple syrup.
yeah.
I just think of
Do
the forest.
sap-like things.
Maple syrup. Vermont produces 2.5 million gallons of maple syrup a year.
No.
You know so
Most-
many facts about Vermont.
Most maple syrup
Did you bring me some syrup
in the
back?
United States. I wasn't in Vermont.
Fergie,
Oh.
What?
Fergie, I made you a plate.
Oh,
Fergie's not here.
It's not here.
What about Apple Diap? Where did Apple Diap come? You said he
No.
would.
No.
Taboo didn't even RSVP.
What about Will.i.am?
But we're here.
This is the sixth straight office party that none of the Black Eyed Peas have showed up to.
What about us?
What is, okay, can you produce a ton of mid-2000s bangers that played at my middle school dances?
Yeah.
I got a feeling we can.
Fergie's not here, but this is sure Fergalicious.
And that's the definition. Nicole, on a level of 1 to Tumgus, how convenient do you find the Napoleon?
Incredibly tumnungus. Tremendously tumnungus. Tumgus.
Lily, and you, which of your favorite is the most convenientable?
I like the guava cookie butter thingy.
It's pretty nice. Trevor, and you?
The one on a stick.
I like sticks. V, which one would you recommend to a friend that they make for their own dinner party with Apple and Will.i.am?
Apple, Will.i.am, and Fergie would definitely suggest this on a stick as well.
This is fantastic. I really love the guava Napoleon as well. You get the guava in there. It's really delightful. That cookie butter mousse, absolutely fantastic. ampm, it's got some convenient stuff. Thank you so much to ampm for sponsoring today's video, and go check out your nearest ampm location. Try all the convenient foods for yourself. For now, we gotta go hit the dance floor. Lights! Techno Viking, Techno Viking, Techno Viking, Techno Viking. Y'all ever been to a corn dog rave? You'll never guess what a corn dog is. Feel fresh as a daisy when you shop the new GMM Floral Flame Tea, available now at mythical.com.